Welcome back to the Avallone mini podcast. My name is Anders. I'm one of the co-founders and the CEO, and today we're going to talk about KYC Response. So what is KYC Response? Typically in Avallone, we split KYC into two. We have the response. This is where you as a company, fund, NGO, whoever you are, need to respond to KYC to someone asking you. So actually the opposite, right? Typically banks would ask you or request KYC from you as a corporate, and you then get all that together and share it with them. The other side, KYC Collect, is when you collect KYC from investors, suppliers, agents, whatever it is, either due to reputational or regulatory reasons, so you're the one collecting and screening. But today, let's focus on response. Why is this a problem? So it's been a problem for many years, but we can just see it increasing rapidly. The classic response problem was when the bank would ask you as a corporate NGO or fund, and you would then reply to them. The more banks you have, the worse it gets. The more high risk you are as an industry, the worse it gets. But just over time, it gets worse in itself. Also because now we see other than banks requesting. Your law firm is obligated, your bookkeeper, your auditor, but we also start to see non-regulated start to request KYC. So you as a corporate, your vendor sees you as a customer, so they may actually collect KYC on you. Your customers see you as a vendor, so they may collect KYC on you. Your investors, your asset managers, the list goes on. So everyone is starting to perform due diligence on each other, and this is what's driving the pain point up. The other part is that for many years, I think a lot of people are waiting for standardization, saying, yeah, there has to come some sort of standard that everyone uses, and you just have to reply these 25 questions. But it's gotten worse, so standardization is going down. So this means that each bank will have their own standard, own types of questions, because it's tailor-made to who you are in terms of risk. So there's a problem. And the solution, what is that? It is, in our mind, a strong process and digitization. So what can you do? It's about reusing data. So through technology, make sure you can actually reuse the answers again and again. So when you have 10, 15, 25 banks even, they are just like 75% of the answers you could reuse across these banks. It's about having one place for these documents that you have to share, where you can collaborate across the teams, treasury, legal, compliance, procurement, whatever it is. So tax, so you guys can collaborate and have one source of truth where you have all the data. But it's also about digitizing these questionnaires. And this is where technology can help you recognize questions you already answered before, and thereby automate as much as you can. Finally, it's also about having your legal entity structure. This is what interests the banks a lot, and everyone actually, who owns and controls you as a company. So how can you have this in control? Share that with whoever is requesting it from you, even maybe sign it digitally, and thereby making them happier faster. Final thing to think about is being proactive. So let's say you want to open an account. The moment you request that account opening, just send the KYC package. What you would normally share with that bank when you open the account. The more proactive you are, the more structured, the more well prepared, the less questions you're going to get back, because they can see you take this seriously. They can see you're optimizing, you want to be truthful, you want to be transparent. So that's the way to go.